Perfect. You know what? No, I don't have time to check my email. It's okay.
Did it work? Oh, okay. So it
So we're
says
live, yeah.
we're live. Let's check it out. Um. All right, we're officially live. All right, sorry about that. Okay, three, two, one. Welcome to BatYard's Finest, bringing you the finest Batman, Superman, and more in pop culture. I am your host, Josh from Metropolis.
I'm your
And I
other
have
host,
my two
Jay.
co-hosts. Yeah.
What's up, I'm Tony.
Um. Oh, Tony's gone
Tony's
again.
gone again.
What the fuck, Tony? Tony. Well, anyway, I guess we'll keep going. Um, one sec. All right, Tony will be back. This is a segment of the podcast where we talk about BSBS, which is like bullshit Batman Superman news or anything in pop culture news. I'm sure there's a few things. I'm kind of blanking on some right now. There's Tony.
I
Um,
swear I'm not doing anything. It just disappeared half the time. I don't
That's funny.
know.
Are you still like there? Like, do you still see
No,
us?
I
Like,
see you. I just disappear. Like I'm
that's
still in the
weird.
exact same screen. I just disappeared. I don't know.
That's
Well,
very funny.
do you guys have any BSBS before Tony disappears again?
I I should have written it down because I actually saw some interesting stuff, but I know off the top of my head, um, obviously everybody. I don't think. Yeah, I think everybody by this point knows that Netflix has made its serious bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. And I think it was 2 days ago or maybe the other day. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at it. But Tubi has been set to get a lot of I guess you could call it like the core Cartoon Network shows. So everything from the William Barbera era all the way through like the 90s and 2000s of Cartoon Network. I think up until maybe 2010 or so. But they're set to get their full catalog to stream for free on Tubi, which
That's
I thought was
interesting.
pretty interesting.
I didn't even think Tubi like had you know, a wrench in the game kind of thing. I didn't think they were really a worthy adversary.
Yeah, they're like a dark
I
horse. Like
mean,
you'll randomly go on there and find one random movie that no one else has, and you're like, "How did you get this movie?" And it
yeah,
comes in clutch
I had this
sometimes.
I had the same thought process. And honestly, it's like, I know for me, I'm happy that it's not going over to Netflix, obviously, because, it's a Canadian based company. But I was talking with some coworkers about it who, they're around my same age, and everybody's kind of in agreement. It's like, if the merger does go through, Netflix just has so much power to do what they would want with a lot of obviously very popular, but just very influential IPs. Because excluding what J.K. Rowling has come out to be, Harry Potter is still very popular. They could go through and just do anything they want, and she couldn't tell them no. And then on top of that, they would be getting it would be everything kind of.
Oh, now Jerry's gone. What the fuck? Why is this stream doing this?
Jerry,
No.
you gotta refresh this page. There's no other way, and I tried.
Jerry's back. Well, in 3 seconds.
I'll make this quick. Netflix have too much power with too many really popular IPs, and they could just go through and clean house. Just kind of do what they want with it, or they could just say we're going to run it into the mud.
Yeah.
Well, do they
Somebody
officially
take away.
own? Do they officially own like Warner Brothers now, or
Not that I've heard, because I think it's still like waiting for approval or another couple of meetings and whatnot. But I do know that a lot of Cartoon Network's prime shows are not going to go with them. They're going over to Tubi. So I think until blah, 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 let me correct myself. I think what's kind of happening now is they're trying to divide up, all these IPs before Netflix gets it, because
Oh God.
obviously the more shows and IPs you have, the more money you can make in things. And we've seen how that worked out with Disney acquiring everything under the sun. And I don't know. I guess for me, thinking about it and seeing how Disney's done things, just kind of seeing how DC's done their entertainment universe, I want the right things to go to the right people who would appreciate it. But I also don't want one company to essentially come through and monopolize on so many
No,
things.
I don't either. It's going to be pretty much the two powerheads will be Netflix and Disney. Will be fighting for everything.
Yeah,
It'll be
because
like those
Game
will
of Thrones, Harry Potter, don't really care about either of those. They don't matter too much to me. So Netflix can do whatever they want. George R. R. Martin's a piece of garbage. He's essentially just lied to all the big fans of the Game of Thrones book, saying like, "Oh yeah, I've got 15,000 words typed, but I just I need a little more time." And
Yeah, I
then
don't think he's ever going to finish his book.
personally, uh oh,
That was really weird. This
but
stream is like everything is like against us right now.
and then as far as stuff on DC, I think Canada could handle DC better than James Gunn could potentially do, but that's just a personal opinion. It doesn't hold any weight. But that's all I had during this crazy time.
Yeah, I have two little things. I don't know, Tony, if you want to say any, uh, reveal
Uh,
anything before.
I don't have much. I heard the new Game of Thrones show was good. I watched the first episode. It was interesting. I watched it with my dad when he came to visit, so I didn't really have time to like binge it, but it was good.
Oh,
I
is
didn't
it?
even
I
know
saw
there
it
was
on
a
there.
new
I just haven't
show.
watched it yet.
people are
I didn't
talking
even
a
know
lot
there was
about
a
it.
new one.
Yeah, there's like three now, but the one that came out before seemed not good. This one's like based on like folklore they had in like the main show about Duncan Egg, like a knight and a squire, and it's supposed to be just like
Mhm.
chill as hell. So I don't know. I'll probably finish that. Trying to think of anything else. The Ninja Turtles Magic set comes out this weekend. We'll see if that's good. So I'm curious
Yeah, I
about
was going to
that.
ask you about that, Tony,
Yeah, I saw
because
some of the cards. I don't
I think
know.
some of the cards are going to be pretty sweet. I haven't looked at any of the major spoilers. I know I did for the Commander decks,
Mm.
but I was like, I think it's cool that Ninja Turtles is starting to come back into the spotlight again for pop culture.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I agree. It's interesting. Yeah, I would never think Ninja Turtles would make a big like a resurgence, but the movies are great. So
Yeah, I hope this is kind of steam for people to be like, hey, let's get some more Ninja Turtle content out. That's not just forced down the pipeline to make money. Like, let's take
yeah,
time and really appreciate it.
I read the last Ronin game was canceled, which is really sad. But
Oh, that makes me sad.
yeah, hopefully we'll get some more
I'm
different
trying to
stuff.
think what else. Oh, the new Scream trailer released earlier today. I didn't watch it. I don't plan to watch it because I'm sick of Scream at this point. Because how many more fucking movies of Scream do we really need? But
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like 7 or whatever.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah,
7. I could understand the what was it, the fifth one? No, not the fifth one, the sixth one. God, it's been so long. I can't even remember the plot of either one. But basically, like at a certain point, I was like, okay, it makes sense why you're kind of doing this in this movie. You know what I mean? But I'm also very just over Steam, not Steam, Scream,
Yeah.
because I watched it when I was younger, so I'm like, oh, this is like, yeah, it's great and everything, but stop, please.
Yeah, I
yeah.
only seen the first one, so I don't really have like too much thought about the whole franchise.
I watched the second one, and it's just not. I don't know. I didn't try any of the other ones. I remember when four came out. They seem like they're making them so fast. There's like a show now too. I thought.
Yeah, I
There's
Maybe
a
feel like the
show.
I thought. I
I
don't
feel like
know.
Scream 6 just like came out like last year or something.
I
Like,
think like last year or 2 years ago. It
yeah,
was recently.
no,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
2023, I guess. So 3 years ago.
Um,
Oh, there goes my fucking camera.
Uh,
I'm trying to think what else am I forgetting because it was something I really wanted to talk about with you guys. Um, Tony, keep talking
yeah.
while I try to find this, please.
Yeah. It's funny. Well, the new Scream movie. It's funny how they're talking about going back to their roots because like I didn't watch any of the other ones, but the second one is just it doesn't have the same charm of the first one, where it's like a parody of a scary movie, and it's just like they're all scary movie fans. So it's like it seems like they know, I don't know. The movies make money, so maybe it's not a problem. But my problem with the sequels, it seems like they knew, and they're like, oh, we're going back to the roots. It's like you can't just remake the old. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I just want less of the same movie. Just make something new. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
You can say we're going back to our roots, but I don't care. I don't know.
well, they're doing that with like every franchise.
Yeah.
So, like they made a Burbs remake, and it's like a
No.
show. Yeah, but I haven't bothered, and like I don't know, they just like it seems like they did like a big race swap on like all the characters and everything, but that's like really all I know. I don't want to watch it.
I didn't even see anything about that. The
It's
birds?
like on Peacock or whatever. Yeah, like the Burbs.
Oh,
Yeah.
the bird. Oh,
Yeah, not
they're
the
pushing
Burbs.
that like crazy on the Super
Yeah,
Bowl. Yeah.
the Burbs, like the Tom Hanks movie.
I
Um,
thought you were saying it like as a joke, like the birds, like Hitchcock, the
no, no, no,
burbs.
no. No. Jerry and I interviewed one of the actors, Corey Danziger, in
Oh, that's sick.
yeah, in the Burbs. So yeah,
That's such a weird franchise to remake in 2026.
yeah, it's like yeah, it's like 180. It had like one hit in the 80s. Like I don't know. It's not like it really had any sequels or anything after that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, the
It's
thing, the two things I wanted to mention was the Michael Jackson biopic is coming out like really soon. That's in April. Um. What's is what's his nephew's name?
Safari Jackson, I think it is, right?
It's like Jafar or something.
It's something along those lines. I know his name. I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is Jafar. Yeah, Jafar Jackson. So he's playing Michael Jackson, which is his actual blood nephew, which is interesting. So I'm curious how that's going to turn out. But I see that it has like some of I think the same producers as that Queen movie, Bohemian Rhapsody, and that movie was kind of bad. So I don't.
I tried watching that recently. I was not into it.
You
Yeah.
guys didn't like it? I love the movie.
I couldn't get through it. I thought
It
it was
was
so
too.
boring.
It's too like paint by numbers for me, that movie. But that's like a whole other discussion. But I just want to say like everything just wraps up into place too neat and orderly for me. I'm like, that's definitely not what happened, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some good stuff in it, like some cinematography and stuff. And Rami Malek's good, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't really like the other stuff.
I think I just don't like music biopics. I tried the Bruce Springsteen one. I thought that was boring as hell too.
There's some I like. Like we did that Pet Sounds one,
That
the
one was good.
Brian
Yeah.
Wilson one. That was really
Yeah.
good. The Elvis one,
I remember what I was going to tell you guys. I didn't mean to interject, but did you guys know that they're making a new He-Man movie?
Oh, I think I saw
oh
that.
yeah, I did see that. I did
I
see
watched
that.
the trailer for it and I'm like, wow, that's just weird because the literal last, funny enough, I'm not trying to tie it in, it's just coincidental. The last new He-Man related content came from Netflix. So I was like, man, nobody has thought of He-Man in what I know for sure is a lifetime because He-Man was around when my aunts and uncles and everybody were, just like real young back when the thing was like, oh, you got your cartoon and now here's the more you know kind of like a positive thing at the end. And then I watched I think maybe an episode or two of the new one. And I was like, it's okay, but I didn't grow up watching He-Man, so I didn't have a strong attachment to it. So the trailer just really surprised me because it came just out of nowhere. I
I didn't even
was
know
so
there was a
shocked.
trailer. I just saw like pictures of the actor, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, he
same.
looks jacked." And then I was like, the only thought I had
Yeah.
about it.
I hope it's good. I wanted to
I
do
can
good.
see it being fun. Yeah. If I hope it does it take place in like the actual He-Man world and not like our planet because
I
that's what they
haven't
did with like
watched
the
the
original
trailer
movie.
yet,
Yeah.
but I just remembered I was like, it was a month ago because I was talking about it with somebody because they told me because I didn't even know. and I need to watch it, but I'm like, do I care enough? Like,
Yeah, I might watch it if it's on like Netflix or something. I don't think I'd
Yeah,
go to the theaters.
yeah,
that's
but
yeah.
that's what I wanted to talk about with you guys. It was He-Man, and I don't think I talked about it last time because I think it was too early. But whatever. I
I
didn't
just
mean to interrupt.
No,
you
that's
just
all right.
you just reminded me of another one, the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah,
That cast is like insanely weird to the point where I kind of want to watch it, even though I don't really care that much about the franchise. Like
I want to
Balrog
see
is
it.
50 Cent. Like
I
that's
need
funny as
to
fuck.
see it just to see if they do it like the original,
Yeah.
and just say fuck it. We're gonna just make a movie, and if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. Because who Jean Claude Van Damme was,
Yeah,
what's his name?
I forget the character.
Striker?
I remember you
I
made
can
us watch it a while ago, like the
Yeah,
night.
it was a long time ago we watched it. I don't
Yeah,
even remember. I'm
it
not a
was
big
a
Street
long
Fighter
time
fan.
ago. I remember it was bad, but it was like kind of so bad that it was good at the same time. The
It was
90s were,
bad funny.
yeah.
I loved it. It was shitty because I looked more into it. I was like, oh wow, Jean Claude Van Damme was a menace. He was on cocaine and you didn't know.
The last thing I wanted to interject was that going from the biopic um topic that they're doing a Beatles biopic for
Oh yeah.
each Beatle. So there's
Recent
going to be a
memory.
movie for each Beatle. There's going to be a Ringo movie, a Paul McCartney movie, a John movie, a George movie. I don't know what the plan is, like if it's going to be different eras and it's going to be in the point of view of that particular Beatle, or if it's going to go through the whole, you know, arc of the Beatles, which each Beatle. I kind of hope it's like a window of the timeline of the Beatles like success,
Hmm.
but like through the point of view of like one individual and then like kind of move on to the next one. But I don't know. They
I
like
think that's interesting. I
yeah.
don't know how I really feel about that
I
though.
I'm like sorta excited. I saw that casting for it and like some of the casting looks kind of okay and then some of the casting just looks eh like that guy who played what the fuck? I don't know. He was in Stranger Things and he plays Master of Puppets. I didn't watch that season, but he's
Oh
playing
yeah.
George Harrison
I've
for
only
some
ever
reason.
watched one episode of
All
Stranger
right,
Things.
well,
Joe
yeah,
Joe
he
Quinn, I
plays
think
George
his name
Harrison. He
is.
doesn't even look like George. I mean, like some of the
Yeah.
actors kind of look like what they need to look like, but I don't know. I'm not really too nitpicky about it right now, but it's directed by the guy who did 1917 and Skyfall, Sam Mendes.
I
So
just I'm thinking about
decent
that more
director.
now that how you explained it. And I feel like obviously the two that people would want to see the most is going to be John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I would say.
Because
I
it's,
think
it's nothing against George Harrison or Ringo Starr, but
they're
when you
just like
think the Beatles, those
yeah,
are like it's almost
they're like the
synonymous.
two powerhouses of the band.
Yeah, I if anything, I might want to see it from Paul McCartney and John Lennon side because I know that I mean, everybody knows it, but they did have issues kind of toward the end when, John was talking about leaving the Beatles and then Paul came out publicly and he left the Beatles.
Oh,
And
yeah. I'm surprised you knew that.
yeah, I, I kept up with like some Beatles old stuff because I was like, well, I'm kind of interested in them
Yeah.
because people always recommended them to me. But I don't know. I feel like it could be good, from an artistic standpoint, like seeing the sound of each person and kind of how they got to be there. But I would hope, kind of like you said, like it interjects at certain points, like, okay, this is where the band came together. And while they were together, this is kind of what each person did separately to make major contributions. I don't know. Eh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm curious what they're gonna do, like with the timeline. I hope it's like one like particular Beatle for like one era, and then like
Yeah,
switch stuff to like
Yeah,
the next Beatle for another era or
whoever
whatever.
it's more relevant for.
Yeah, exactly, and just
because
show their point of view.
I know I'm curious if they're gonna go into obviously what happened with John Lennon and him being killed and shot by that guy.
Yeah, I don't even think they're gonna go that. I mean, I would guess they're not gonna go to like the Beatles like after they broke up, but I don't
Yeah,
know. Who knows?
Yeah,
because I could see like the end point being like Paul and John just saying like, okay, we need to just split the band up. Because what was it? It was some performance that they did like impromptu, and it was like the very last jam session that they did.
Yeah, they did like the rooftop.
Yeah, that's what it was. The rooftop.
Yeah,
Thank you, Josh.
yeah. Yeah, they did the rooftop performance. I think it was in London. It was like right after their recorded "Let It Be."
Yeah, because it was like right at the end.
Yeah,
I could see them doing like trying to end the movie like that
like
from
on a positive note.
yeah, like on a positive note.
Yeah,
Because I mean, obviously, what John went through was very tragic and unfortunate. But I just feel like, if you go anything past that, you would have to, talk to his son and stuff. And then you would have to get like, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm not trying to, stay on this topic or harp on it. It's just, it's just something really weird because I wouldn't expect that.
yeah. They're all being released on the same day, April 7th, 2028.
oh,
So
that's
I
a
don't.
mess.
Yeah, I kind of wish they spaced them out, but I
Why
don't know
would they
why they're.
do that?
I don't know.
Is
I
this
really don't know.
theatrical?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
What
I'm
are they
pretty
doing?
sure.
What are they
Really?
doing?
I don't
Do
know.
they
Oh my
want each
God.
person to pay $80 in this process of
Yeah,
2 weeks?
honestly, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, I'm gonna see all of them at some point, but like at the same time, I'm gonna want to figure out, all right, which one, what's the order? What am I supposed to
I feel
watch?
like they're leaving money on the table. They
I
should
would
release
agree.
one a year. Just like
That's
I don't
what
Oh.
know
I
why
think.
they wouldn't like no like there's no one's like normal people aren't gonna go see 4 movies about the Beatles.
No,
They'll
No.
see the
you have
John
to
one
be
and then
like a
call it a day.
Beatles fanatic to like
Yeah.
watch them all like that.
Or put them on streaming if that's what you want to do.
Right?
Like
Just doesn't seem like
streaming
a
would
good
make
plan.
more sense.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know. That's apparently the plan. It might change. There's still 2 years to figure it out, I guess. Um, but yeah, yeah,
Oh, they have
well, that
somebody playing Yoko Ono. Hmm.
yeah, they have like pretty much the whole cast. They got like someone playing George Martin, and
They
I guess
got Pete Best.
they probably do. I don't see it, but I mean, he's a big part of the story. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I look forward to hearing about that because I don't think I'm gonna go see it. I'm like I like the Beatles music, but I'm not a big enough fan to say I'm gonna go see it.
yeah, I'll keep you posted.
Tell me about the Paul McCartney one. That's the one I'm kind of the
Alright.
most interested in.
I'll tell you about probably all of them. If I
And
mean,
Ringo, because everybody forgets Ringo.
Ringo, yeah. Well, speaking of Ringo or all of the Beatles, are you? we're talking about A Hard Day's Night, 1964, and Help, 1965. So they
Wait, it was 19. I watched the Hard Day's Night 1967.
1967.
I'm just messing around.
I think that's what would come. That would have been Magical Mystery Tour that came out for that. Anyway, so we're gonna go into the Beatles live action movies. Besides Magical Mystery Tour, I'll talk about that a little later. So if Tony could do the synopsis of A Hard Day's Night.
This one was okay. It's these are very hard movies to summarize because things just kind of happen.
It's so much. Like, there's no way to just give a tune.
No,
You know?
no, there really
I don't
isn't.
even
Do it Monty Python style, Tony.
I don't even know what that could be.
Just
I don't
yeah, just start with the
Just
grandfather.
go
I
in.
just die. One second. Okay. So the Beatles. I'm trying to remember this too. The Beatles are on a train. Then they're off a train, and then they're spitting game to some girls, and then you're introduced. So the whole story just takes place in one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like a live action mockumentary of the Beatles with like kind of like it's not like music video, but it's also not concert footage. It's like kind of a mix of both sprinkled in, which makes a little bit more sense. So just basically preparing like the night before and the day of for like a live performance at like a British Johnny Carson type thing. I think right. It's not like a recording thing. I don't know. Whatever. It's a live show. Uh, so they
I
so
think it's
it's
pre Johnny Carson.
well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just meant like it's like a show. It's like a show type thing. But
Yeah.
they,
Like more like Ed Sullivan, I would guess. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, yeah, you're right, you're right. So, I think it's in London. I could be wrong because at one point someone makes a comment like about Ringo wreaking havoc on the South. So South
Oh
is
yeah.
London. So yeah, they come in on a train, and then they have their it's the four bandmates, and then it's their manager, Paul's weird uncle,
His
and
grandfather.
grandfather, Paul's weird grandfather, and then like the assistant to the manager, who's just kind of an idiot, just kind of trying to keep them in line and doing like normal press things, and they're all just off doing their own thing. Eventually, I guess that's it. Other than going into the details of the actual events,
It's
I will say
hard.
Pretty
my
much.
highlight of the movie was Ringo just going off into town and getting in trouble and doing really stupid stuff. That
It
was
was
the best part of the
hilarious.
movie.
Yeah.
I
Killing a
loved
bird,
it.
or not killing a bird, but
I loved
traumatizing a
it.
bird.
Oh, with the darts. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was when I saw that. I was like, "Oh, there goes to Woody."
Oh man.
Why is there a bird in the bar anyway? That's not his fault. He's
Yeah,
trying to play
yeah.
darts.
Watching this, it was. It's like I was watching Monty Python before Monty
Mhm.
Python,
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
because it's like obviously it's British humor, so and their humor is very distinct, which is the nicest way I think I could say it.
Very dry.
Yeah, it's a very dry, intelligent humor.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this and I'm like, I understand it, but it's not funny to me yet
Yeah.
because they're just fucking with the dude who comes in their car after um who was that? That was the grandpa, right? Like it was just so much happening. I couldn't keep up with all
Yeah,
the
there's like
characters.
Paul's grandfather, and then there's
And
just
then
like
like it's the manager and then
there's just some like
the
random
the
guy in their car.
guy who's checking
Yeah.
tickets or whatever. And then they're outside like on a bike fucking with this man and
Yeah.
they're like, well, do you mind if we open the window? And he's like, yes, actually I do mind. I take this train regularly. I'm on here 2 times a week. And they're like, well, so are we.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, let's play the radio. And he's like, turn that off. And it's just it's so funny, just the shenanigans and nonsense, because it just only escalates from the train and it doesn't stop.
It really does. It like escalates like until they are like chased down by their own fans, and then
Yes.
until they're like able to leave like the confines of the studio too. And then they're like Ringo says we're out. And then which is I just like how he says that line. I don't know why. But then they're just like dancing around for what song was playing?
It
Can't
was,
Buy Me Love. Yeah.
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 And then they're doing like all those like slow motion jumps, and then Ringo just like barely moves. I like that little gag. There's a lot of the little sight gags in the movie, and like
Yeah.
if you like explain the sight gags, it's not as funny. It's like better if like when you're in the moment of watching the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my favorite part had to be the casino.
That was
The
good. Yeah.
casino, I was watching it happen in slow motion, and then Paul's grandpa is just annoying these police officers after um I don't remember. I'm not good with their faces when they were young because they all looked so much alike. So if I call somebody the wrong name, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, they this is like the point of the band where they just like all were like one guy pretty much.
Yeah,
And like
Yeah.
this
because
movie
it
is
was
like
Ringo. It was no, it was George in the casino, right? Or was that Ringo?
I'm trying to remember now. Um
One of the Beatles was in the casino to go, and he got arrested. And then Paul's grandpa is just singing,
oh,
or
that was Ringo. Yeah, that was
that was
definitely
Ringo. Okay, and then
Ringo.
he's just berating this police dude at the
Yeah.
station with this Irish slogan song, whatever that was. I don't. Irish people are a little weird.
Yes.
Yeah, they're a little weird. And then he goes to the studio where everybody else is, and he's like, "You know, your buddy's locked up in jail right now, right?" And so they break him out, Charlie Chaplin style, might I add.
Yeah.
Like it's like watching this movie. It was like watching some of the great hits of Britain because it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, I see all like the major important aspects of film that were here. I thought how they did the like little music video sections was pretty sweet
Yeah.
because it wasn't traditional and it was, I guess, more kind of how we do it now. I guess is a fair assessment.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, this is like the first kind of like music video style form
Yeah,
of filmmaking. I mean, there's like musicals and stuff, but I think this is like the first one of its
of
kind
its
to kind of
kind.
do that.
Yeah, because when I was hold on, I have to look up to see what songs they played. Just give me a second. Tony, take over. No, Josh, take over.
Okay. Um,
What song was it? Because
well,
there
I
was
know they
one
do
song in
A Hard
particular.
Day's Night. They do Can't Buy Me Love, obviously. Uh, they I'm trying to remember. Um,
If I Fell, that's
oh
what it
yeah, If
was.
I Fell in Love. Yeah, If I
Yeah,
Fell. Yeah,
I really liked the video they did for that one because that was it. Just kind of reminded me of like I guess not old MTV, but just old music videos from that
yeah,
era. Like it was simple. It was nothing, with this huge multi-million dollar budget for it. Like it's just dudes playing an instrument and there's a little bit of stuff going on and that's kind of
yeah.
it.
And they're just like kind of teasing Ringo, and that's like the
Yeah.
whole
Like just
through
like that's
line
it.
there. Yeah,
Nothing to just absolutely astonish you. It's just pure simplicity at its best.
yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned like Monty Python. I guess like these Beatle movies were like big influences on Monty Python crew.
Yeah.
I can
Also,
see it.
George Harrison like produced one of the Monty Python movies. Like he literally like gave
Really?
him yeah, he like gave him the money for one of the movies. I think it was like I want to say Life of Brian or something like that. I forget which one, but it was like one of the ones that was like more religious and they're like this is like way too expensive. And then George was like, "Oh, I'll produce it cuz I just want to watch the movie because it sounds funny."
That's funny.
That's true. Yeah, I think Help is when I noticed it felt a lot like Monty Python. Like that movie feels to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was very. I wouldn't say Monty Python. I would say it's more like Monty Python 007
Yeah,
because, well, I don't want to say
But
anything else.
it's
That's
like
for
double yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like 007 and like precursor to Austin Powers almost, you
yeah.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
know. And I mean Austin Powers is like British, you know. Um
MI6.
yeah.
Yeah.
um
I,
wait, go ahead, Tony.
I didn't think this movie was particularly like super edgy, but I thought like some of the jokes were like a little edgier. Like they were
Yeah.
joking about the grandfather. Like it made me like do more research. I didn't do it like a lot, but I was curious like because I know that they were supposed to have like a squeaky clean image, and they were like getting into trouble, like their perceived characters. I know it's not like actually like them, like it's their characters of themselves, but they're getting into trouble making jokes about the grandfather, like oh, we can't find him, he's probably having an orgy.
Yeah, they
Like
do
I was like,
that.
and I was like, this is interesting because I thought they were trying to like make this like a safe boy band, you know, to like
Yeah, you would think,
Yeah.
like, try to polish their image, and like
yeah.
even like John has like a Coke bottle, and he's like trying to like he's like sniffing Coke, and
I didn't even notice
that.
that.
Yeah, there's like a lot of quick gags like that, which is like it's a good rewatchable movie because there's always like some little new gag you kind of notice in the background, and like it's like I like Ringo's little adventure, like he does, you know, when he's just like, oh, I'm over the band, like the grandfather basically like puts this notion in his head that he's like hasn't
Yeah.
lived life, and he's just like trapped there, and he's like, oh, go on, live your life, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
there
no,
goes
Jerry.
Jerry. There goes Jerry with Ringo. um, but like there's another scene too that I really like with George Harrison, where he's just like wandering around, and then they grab him and bring
Yeah.
him into like this fashion studio. And like he's just like, oh, all this stuff is grotesque. Like these clothes
Yeah.
suck, and then we just make fun of your spokesperson, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just
He's
like
like,
his dry wit with that too. You know?
yeah, he's like, oh, the posh girl. Yeah, we turn off the volume and make fun of it when it comes.
Yeah, I like that
Cool.
scene a lot. I think that's like one of my favorite scenes too. Is like George, like just bashing this fashion model pretty
That
much.
was pretty good. Yeah.
I also agree. That was a pretty funny scene.
What else? I liked.
I don't
more
know
about
what
the
was said.
Ringos. I liked when he got arrested
Just
and they're like
join
bringing up the charges.
The like
Like-
when George is like messing with the fashion scene, and he's like making
Yes.
fun of it, you know.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite scene had to be them at the
But when they
cocktail
arrest
reception,
Ringo, I liked the
and they are
charges that
just
they brought up
not
against
into
him. They
the
were all just
reporters,
like
people asking
ridiculous.
them
It was just, like,
questions. They're just
disturbing the
throwing
peace.
them aloof.
It was all just
time.
like the
Just
stupid
like,
ones. It
well,
wasn't
I don't
anything
know,
like
maybe
concrete.
could
Like it was
be.
just like disturbing
Or,
the peace and like
you're just gonna have to wait and see. Like
just
just
like
being
stuff
very
like that where it's like
cryptic and
super
just answering a
non-specific.
question with a
And they're like,
question.
oh, it looks like we have a
And
what word did
I-
they use? Like a savage
I
out
didn't
there or
realize-
something.
Oh wait, Tony's not here for me.
Wait, you don't see Tony because you
don't
guys
see
are
Tony.
both. I see both of you. You're both talking at the same time.
Oh, that's
right.
Listen to
I was like, what is Josh talking about?
Hold on, let me just hold on.
That's crazy. All right, Jerry
Oh,
left
no.
again. This fucking stream is getting loopy. Yeah, you're both there. Okay. Now you're not there. What the fuck? Tony's gone now. Now Tony's there.
I restarted it. I see it too. I swear to God. I swear to God, I see two of me. I swear.
I do too. I thought that was Jerry. Wait, we gotta see two Tonys. Wait, what is
Tony's
happening?
gone now.
Tony's gone. Oh my God, Tony is gone. Oh my God, you just Tony.
I don't know what's happening. This is just Tony, please proceed.
Oh, I'm good. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was.
I don't know.
Okay.
Jerry, say what you were saying.
So the cocktail reception where they just were not feeling the people talking to them, right?
Oh, with the
Just-
the interviews and stuff, right?
Oh,
yeah, like the interviews.
Oh, those
just
were good.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm just my mind got derailed.
I wonder if two Tonys showed up at one point at the show.
Oh, I screenshotted it. Yeah. Oh, on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You are there.
Oh God.
I don't know if you saw it, Jerry, but there's literally 2 Tonys like
I
at one
saw
point.
it like at the tail end. I just, but I'm trying to remember what I wanted to say about that.
Um,
Um,
they're just like quick clips. Is that?
yeah,
They
it
were
was
good.
something along those lines. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I like the way when they walked into that cocktail reception, it's angled like you can see the Martini and Rossi champagne bottle, and it's like angled up, and it's just all the booze. And they walk in, you can see them turn and look at it and try to grab the booze, and they're just shooed away into the interviews they
Oh
don't want
yeah,
to
and like
do.
them
Yeah,
trying to grab the sandwiches, and like
Yeah.
just like walks away.
I did want to ask. So, how did you guys feel about that foot chase that happened?
The foot chase.
The when was it? It
Oh,
was
like when
um
they're like the cops are running after him. Is that what you're talking about?
I think it's like who what was their manager's name in the movie? Because he was like chasing them, and I think the cops were.
Yeah, that's like towards the end when
Yeah,
like break Ringo out or whatever. I forget the manager's name.
but him like just that whole scene. I I was watching it and I was like, wow, they really kind of, I guess, in a live action format before it really became popularized. Like they, they just kind of set, not necessarily set it in stone, but they kind of set what it means to do a comedy foot chase
Hmm.
and just let it run with whatever people are thinking at the
Yeah, it
time.
almost feels like a Scooby Doo chase, and that's like
Yeah,
pre Scooby Doo, I think.
Yeah.
because I didn't want to call it a Scooby Doo foot chase. Like obviously when you think of Scooby Doo, I think of the I don't remember the episode, so forgive me, but like there's a bunch of doors, and they're just
Yeah.
all zigzagging through doors to come out of one. One person comes out, closes it, goes back. Like that's really
Yeah,
what it
that's
made me
like
think
classic
of.
Scooby Doo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is like pre Scooby Doo, which is funny.
Mhm. Oh my god.
I, I want to say I think Ringo is probably the best actor out of all the Beatles. I think
Yes.
they all do a pretty good job. I mean, the one really bad line delivery is like from Ringo right in the beginning, and what did he say? He's like talking to Paul, like talking smack about his grandfather. He's like, "Oh, if it's your grandfather," and then he does this like really horrific, like awful fake laugh, and it's just so funny that it's like so bad.
Yeah. Ringo, he definitely had some of the best just not just not blah, blah, blah. He had some of not just the best lines or essentially just um like solo screen time. Like he was
Yeah,
fully there for the movie and immersed himself in the movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
I
not saying
I think they all did pretty well, like for this movie. The other movie's
Mhm.
another story, but
Yeah, yeah, it is. But definitely like, because this was their first movie, right,
yeah,
Josh? Yeah.
yeah. This
Like,
was their
first time, like, I don't know any other acting experience anybody might have,
I don't think they had any.
but, to essentially just be kind of thrown into a movie about you and you're playing you in a fictional aspect. I think everybody did, great, decent job. I thought it was funny. I definitely also liked what you said before about George messing with the fashion people, and he was like, "What did he say?" It was a weird thing that just stuck out because what did he call it? It
He said
was
like grotty or something like
yeah, that's what it was. It was like it was dead grotty, and I'm like,
that.
that's such an interesting word,
Yeah,
It's
grotty.
such a
yeah,
scouse
interesting.
thing. It just sounds like
Because when I think of that, I think of somebody from England because it's like aluminium,
Mhm.
squirrel. It's just one of those things only they would say,
Yeah, yeah. It's
and
like
it just. I know and, obviously in the context he was talking about like the dress and the fashion and just like the whole scene of where he was. And I just thought it was so funny because he did not pull that punch. He said full well what he was thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I did like that. I liked how he was just like straight to the point, and just like cut through all the bullshit and was like, this all
Yeah.
sucks.
He wasn't even supposed to be there, and he just went along
No.
with it. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like-
and they're like, "Oh, we could get somebody else," and he's like, "I don't care," I just love that
He's
dry
like,
delivery. It's so
this is of no consequence to me.
good. Yeah, all that dry like humor, and then yeah, like you were saying with the interviews before, and I think they asked Paul a question. They're like, "Oh, how close are you with your father or something?" Or like, "Oh, how often you see your father?" Or like, "Oh no, we're just good friends," like just like that little.
Yeah, just
little
being just kind of being a douchebag, you know?
I think they're just so sick of doing interviews at that point. But yeah,
Yeah, because this was like the height of their stardom,
yeah,
or
this is like
because
Beatlemania, like pretty much in the middle of it. Like when it was
yeah,
like
because
happening.
this was before they came over to the U.S., right?
No, this is after they already came over.
They
So
already came over. Okay, I
yeah,
couldn't
I think
remember because I know they had already released a lot, all of their music in the United Kingdom, obviously, because that's
I
where they
think
are.
I think it's the same year though. It's like the same
It's the
year they
same
came
year.
over, and then like everyone's like going mad over the Beatles, and then like the people chasing them in the movie is like actual fans. They didn't need to get actors because there's just like crazy people outside that will do it for
Yep,
free. You know.
we have fans who can scream louder than our custom amps,
Yeah.
which is why we stopped touring.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the one bit of like Beatles knowledge I know from an old teacher of mine.
That's cool. Everything good.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Um, I think I've really said all I can say with all the hiccups that have happened.
Yeah, no, this has been an interesting podcast. Almost as chaotic as the actual movies we watched. Actually, might
yeah.
be as equally as chaotic as the movies we watched, especially the second one, which
Yeah,
we'll get into. I just want to add two little tidbits. Apparently, A Hard Day's Night is like uh, just like Ringo saying sayings backwards and wrong, so they made a song into it called A Hard Day's Night. So that's where that song comes from. And then
That's funny.
the director Richard Lester, he ends up directing the Superman sequels. Um,
nice.
and yeah, I mean, I like him more as a Beatles director than a Superman director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
that's all I
man,
wanted to add. If you guys want to
Uh,
do final thoughts and ratings,
this was for like the first time I've ever seen this like a Beatles movie. This was It was and was not what I expected, just because of how people talked about how the Beatles were in different points of their stardom, like when they were in the Buckingham Palace, like smoking a cigarette in the bathroom, all of them over the fucking toilet, or like another incident. I think it was with Ringo or George. I don't remember who, but it's a very. I was like, that's such a weird thing. Like, why? But it's a solid 5. Like, if you've never been exposed to British humor, it's very hard to grasp. Definitely, I would give this a higher rating. Multiple views, because the more you watch it, the more it's like, oh, now I get why that's funny,
right?
or oh, that's finally clicking. Um, Definitely like all of the chaos of them essentially going out and living a regular day, and then like, oh, you have this you have to do, you have that you have to do, you've got fans chasing you, you have insert family member go get into trouble, you've got band member go get into trouble, you've got it's just so many things happening at one time that it really, I think, highlights a point of being a celebrity because in 24 hours, you will do 437 things.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that because they do bounce around to this and that, and they're just getting dragged around by like the showrunners, pretty much. They're
Yeah.
not really in control anymore. And then the one point of freedom they have is just like them running in a field. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. I really liked this movie. I think I'll agree with Jerry. I think repeat viewings like helps you get these like sight gags or like I don't know, like the British humor is just very like not linguistic. I don't know how to explain. It's just like kind of like Simpsons where it's like there's like a lot of language humor where it's just like quick, witty and like
Hmm.
I don't know, like things that you need to like catch to like find funny. And I feel like watching it more, you would catch it more and understanding the vibe of the movie before you sit down and watch it. That being said, I did like it, and I feel like it gave good character to the Beatles. I will rate this on a scale of no, not to spoil it, but on a scale of the next movie I'm watching. So I will give this a 6.5. Normally, it probably would have been a 7.
Okay.
I think I'm in the minority. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. I did like the other one more. Somehow, I'm in the minority. I know. My friends, I told them I was watching both of these, and they were like, "Oh, Hard Day Night. Hard Day Night is way better." But yeah,
Yeah, I have something to say about both of those. Once we get into this,
yeah, yeah,
I
Yeah.
guess I think this movie gets better each time I watch it. Um, to be honest, so I like the first time I watched it, like I was like, oh, that was fun, but like I wasn't in love with it. But I think this movie, like you kind of distinctly kind of know where each Beatle character is, like kind of what they kind of bring to the table, at least like their dynamics. And it's like the first time audiences like kind of got understanding of like their personalities without like just like being a straight up interview. um that being said, I probably give this an 8, just because like the more I watch it, the more enjoyable it gets. And then I'll get into the second movie, which Jerry, if you don't mind giving the synopsis for Help.
I'm gonna do this fast because I don't know when I might time out again. So, in much the Austin Powers 007 MI6 Monty Python style, we are led to a cult about to make a human sacrifice to whatever weird god they're believing in, only for the cult leader to notice that the sacrifice isn't wearing the sacrificial ring. And they begin this long journey to try to find where it is. They see that it's Ringo who has it, right?
yeah,
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 yeah, he
okay.
is.
I thought it was Ringo. I was like, I know it's Ringo. I just need confirmation.
Yeah, Ringo Ring.
Yeah, Ringo had this gaudy ring. I just want to I'm opening with that. That ring
It
was just
looks
yeah.
it
It
looks
was
like
like
a
this
ring
big.
pop. It literally looks like a ring
big.
pop.
And a quite literal Monty Python fetch quest goes on to get this ring off, avoid two lunatics, might I add, two of them. The one that's leading the cult, this weird scientist dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call him.
No,
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he is. Yeah.
Like a scientist dude, and then a random just tank and military force that just shows up at the end.
Yeah.
And then along the way, they just keep getting into other scenarios of people like, oh, we're working with these people. We need that ring to off of Ringo's
yeah,
finger. They try to cut it off. They try to shrink it off. They try to do like a growth laser. It was a growth laser, right? Or like an enlarging beam. It was
Oh,
some mad
I
science
know they had
thing.
like the syringe that shrinks like digits and people. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm trying to remember what the ray was. I think it
it
was
was.
just like supposed to be like a magnet or something. I don't really
It's
know.
something like that. I don't Paul McCartney got shot in the leg with a syringe. He shrunk down to like the size of a grain of rice, and he was in
Yeah,
an
that was
ashtray
fun.
bowl.
I like that gag a
I
lot.
was I was very weirded out by it because it gave me Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
But
it was very like well done, executed, because like it's like obviously like a set with like enlarged like the beetle boot and the pants and then the little ashtray.
yeah, like
I
it
thought
was
it
a
was
great
well
scene.
executed.
It was
Yeah,
just like this makes me think of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I
Yeah.
just laughed because I mean it was funny. I enjoyed
yeah,
it, but
that's
I was
pretty much
like,
what it was.
huh.
Yeah, and it's just like for one little gag, and they made like a whole set for like this one visual, which is fun.
What else happens? Oh my god. Ringo has a run in with a lion, and they sing Beethoven's. I don't remember the
I think
symphony.
the Ninth Symphony.
Thank you.
It's a tiger, but yeah, close
Oh,
enough.
it was a tiger.
Yeah.
It was a quadruped that could kill.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was some type of wildcat. Yes.
And then everybody in this bar is just getting in on the symphony, singing along, and it just at the end, they catch Ringo and like the ring falls off of him and it falls in the sand. And he taps the dude on the shoulder and he's like, "Here you go." And he puts it on his finger. So everybody's trying to kill him now, the cult leader. And there was just so much going on.
Yeah.
I honestly had trouble keeping up. I'm not going to lie.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I could understand that.
But it was fun. I did enjoy A Hard Day's Night better just from a filming aspect. But I thought
Yeah.
the humor and just all the chaos of Help was funny. Like when they're in wherever the palace, they're in Buckingham Palace because the guards, and then the dude has this giant hand drill and he puts in
Yeah.
this fucking garden hose to put chloroform gas or knockout gas, whatever it is, to these dudes, and they're like, "You hear that?" He's like, "What? It sounds like a hand drill." And they just take it, wrap it around this statue's neck, and just drape it outside. And the guards that are just happen to be passing by get knocked out. And they're like, "You see that, Ringo? They tried to knock us out and kill you." I just couldn't. You can't watch this movie and not laugh the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely one of those.
There's just so yes, it is a lot happening, but even if you miss one thing, something else is coming up in another 15, 30 minutes, and it's going to be just as funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of gags, and they're like more surreal gags than A Hard Day's Night. Like A Hard Day's Night maybe had like, I don't know, like a handful of surreal gags. This like whole movie is a surreal gag. Like, like there's that one guy swimming like under like the ice, and he's like, I forget where he's heading to, but he's asking him for directions, and then they're trying to get the ring off his finger, and then like there's a point where it was like a hand dryer like sucks in like all the air, and like their sleeves get ripped off and everything. That's like one of my favorite parts. Is just like that gag too. But it's just like all surreal humor.
For me, the funniest part was toward the end when they were in the field. No, not the field. When they were in the mountains with all the snow, and just how what was it? And excuse me, I'm trying to think of it because they were on the sled, and I think it was the very next thing that happened after they fell off of it, like a little toboggan sled or whatever kids.
Yeah, and they're all like on top of like just like on the one sled, and they're like making weird noises. They're just like making random noises the whole movie. They're like on the sled. They're like, oh,
yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? What is wrong with them? Because I'm watching this and I'm like, this is fucking weird. Why are they just doing shit like a 4-year-old? It's literally like, hey, you want to see this new little dance? No, not really, man.
Well, Tony, I want to know your feelings about this movie. You said you like this more than A Hard Day's Night. So
I think this is a little bit more accessible in the way that it's just so much crazy shit is happening. It's just not excess. I don't know. It's more immediately like funny. Like it's more in your face. And it's just not what I expected. I don't know what I expected out of a Help movie, but it wasn't this. So I think that this was just, it was like absurdist humor. really liked what made me immediately think like this is very Monty Python that I couldn't get out of my head was where it's the end of Act One, intermission, and it's just all of
Yes.
them standing there,
Yes.
and then someone starts jumping. End of
Oh yeah, that was
intermission.
fun. Yeah,
Intermission over.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like 5 seconds. Yeah.
that felt like very meta Monty Python to me, and I
Mhm.
was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, what is this movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then yeah,
And
all of it's just like set piece after set piece, like the entire movie. It's just
yeah,
a
like
simple
it's like
concept.
such a big set because when they were
Yeah,
in the field with the cult leaders people, and he's like, "Take this and give it to the people across the way," and he has a fucking motorcycle.
yeah,
What? And then
Yeah.
the TNT just blows up the wrong way, and I'm like, "How? This is like something right out of old Looney Tunes. This
yeah,
Yeah, it
entire
does feel a
thing is
lot like
old Looney
Looney
Tunes."
Tunes. Yeah, I was thinking that too. And like I just want to go back to like the first movie with A Hard Day's Night. Like the grandfather's like you go from a train to a room to a room and that's like your life and he's like pretty much making fun of like this the like setup of the movie. It's like, oh, you just go to rooms, you know. And then
yeah,
this they go like to the Alps, they go to
yeah,
like the Bahamas, they go
Yeah,
into like
they're just
uh,
everywhere.
yeah, they go every like location like around the world, like pretty much that they wanted to go like in vacation at. So like yeah, they go all
yeah.
over.
I told my friend, or I told my buddy Matt, I was watching this movie, and he said, "Oh yeah, that movie they just go to the Bahamas so they can have a tax shelter. That's the only reason they go to there in the movie."
It's
Yeah, it was
just
yeah, they just like wanted to go there, and I think they went to the Alps because they wanted to try skiing. And then
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all the shots of them skiing is just them like trying it out for the first time, so that's why they all suck at it
I
because like
like
they
that.
never skied before.
I think the music video with them just skiing was I don't know. It was I like that
that's
part a
pretty cool.
lot.
Yeah, that's like I think that's one of the best music videos. I mean, they're all really good. I like that one and You're Gonna Lose That Girl when they're in the studio. And
Mm.
then just the lighting looks really cool. And then they're just like, "Oh, what's that buzzing, boys?" You know? They're like, "Who's buzzing?" And then it's just like they're cutting around Ringo's drum set and he falls through the floor. You know, it's just like this like ridiculous stuff that happens throughout the whole movie, you know? And
If I had to compare it, I would say this is the Beatles version of Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sorta.
you know what I'm talking about, right, Josh? Oh, we lost Josh again.
It's just my camera.
Like
That's
how they
annoying.
just go everywhere. It's always something ludicrously extravagant as far as a capture plan for Ringo, and even them being in the Bahamas. Like, what? There's just not a moment where things are just slow because the chaos, the balls that they had to just do all of it.
Yeah, and like apparently they're just like stoned throughout the whole movie. They discovered marijuana at this point, so like they just like didn't give a shit anymore. Like they're just like
Yeah.
wanted to be high, so like whatever footage they got is just like what the best line readings, you know. And like I mean, I think Ringo's still like the strongest actor out of all of them, and then like the other guys just seem like they're
Yeah,
just like, I mean, all of them, but like
they're just
they're
kind of
all just
there.
having fun. Yeah, they're just like fucking around, just like literally getting stoned off camera, and then going back and like stumbling in and like trying to say their lines. You know, I
Yeah,
heard
because
like
this really solidified Ringo for me. I was like,
yeah,
he put forth a great effort. I'm not taking away from it. Like he did really good, but it's like you could tell he was more for this movie than everybody else was. They did not give a fuck.
yeah. Yeah, I would agree. And like, I guess there's one scene. I think it's a scene that you mentioned, Jerry, with the hose. Like, literally took them like half the day to shoot. Just, like they didn't know, and they kept fucking up their lines. They didn't remember any of their lines.
Yeah, like they, and I can see that because during the scene you could just kind of tell, like, all right, it's obvious they've kind of reshot this a bunch of times, and they're just going with what they got.
Yeah, and I think that's how they go with like the surrealist humor too. It's just like a way to
Yeah.
cut away from the Beatles or whatever. It's like, oh, look at this crazy thing happening right now, you know?
It's
Yeah,
hard to notice their performances when so much shit is happening.
and I want to piggyback off what Tony said. Something else that's a really quick thing, like blink and you miss it. So the lady who's trying to help, I like actually help Ringo get the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and like there's just like that quick minute and a half where it's her mom and her sister in the bathtub and she's
Oh
scrubbing
yeah.
off the red paint and she's like, you're just like your sister, come home all hours of the day, you got all this shit on you, like what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's such a mom thing to do back then.
Yeah.
Like you're fussing at your kid for living life and you're like, I don't know what you're doing, stop,
Yeah.
do better.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's probably one of the intermissions. There's like two intermissions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're like right one after another, kind of. Because it goes Act One finish, intermission, Act Two, some other weird like teleprompter thing, and then boom, we're just right back to. Well, have you guys seen Ringo? I thought he was
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, exactly. I did like the gag when they're all wearing Ringo's face, like the
that was
mask
fun.
and like
That
the
was
field
fun.
and like the baseball field and everything. And then they grab him by the nose. Never to find out that's the real one, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
like when she saves him in the end and they jump off the boat and he's immediately like, I can't swim. It's like,
yeah,
bro, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
can't swim when he gets surrounded.
There's a point where they jump in the water and they like end up in a swimming pool. You know, like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
it's just like all this surrealist stuff, you know, and like I don't. It's like, I mean, this is the one I watched first out of the two movies. I saw this, and then I saw A Hard Day's Night. I think A Hard Day's Night's like more accessible to like if you're just gonna like show this to like some regular person, like your mom or something. You know, like oh yeah, put this movie on, they'll like know what's happening. And then if you like put on Help, they'll go like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on? Like I almost feel like Help is like a stoner comedy, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, this is very Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So like,
Like now that I know that they were on marijuana, like
yeah,
everything that they did, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. I
My,
I feel like they're both good, but it really depends on like the audience and like what they're kind of want out of a movie, kind of thing.
I was again. My friends were telling me when I said I was watching this movie, they sent me something, and I noticed it when I watched it. In the ending credits, when they're doing the ending credits, you can see Paul take a rip of a bong in the back.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What?
When there's in the kaleidoscope, you can see they walk like sideways and then forward, all in a line. And when someone's in front of him, you see Paul walk up and then he's like holding something and takes a rip. And then when he walks to the camera, he blows the smoke out.
That's at the credits. I
Yeah,
have
in the credits in
never
the end.
noticed that. I
I'll send
literally
it.
never
I'll
noticed.
send a link of the video. It's so funny.
Yeah, I definitely need to see that. That's wild. I thought they're like.
Yeah.
I guess I could see them doing that. I thought they were just like smoking joints the whole time, but like
It
yeah,
might have been like a wop pipe or something. But
I mean they
yeah.
could have been. I don't know. I just like assumed that it was joints just because they're more easy to conceal, not like a bong. But yeah, that's wild.
That's hilarious, dude.
Oh, okay, I found it. I'll send it in a sec. But
Oh
uh,
god. Like there's just so many layers to this. It's just hard to summarize all of it.
Yeah, I would agree. I guess
Cuz
like yeah, you don't want to like reveal all the gags because it's like it's better if you just watch the gag than like to explain
yeah,
the gag.
it's literally Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner. That's literally the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
And oh man. This was fun. I did like this a lot.
Oh, I keep
I
sending the
have
wrong
not
stuff.
laughed this hard at a movie in such a long time for just how much it tickled me. Like I was just tickled pink.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't. There's only so many words I want to use because I think people should. I mean, definitely both movies were good, but like if you want Monty Python style humor, but you want to see the Beatles do it, I would say people like watch this. Like this is one movie I would say people should watch at least once if the opportunity presents itself.
Oh, I'm looking at it now. He's definitely hitting something. I don't know if it's a bong or not. I mean, he's definitely smoking weed. Yeah, that's wild.
Wait, I'm looking at it now.
If you watch it in the HD cut, he like you can see him blow smoke into the camera.
Yeah, I have.
You see it. You see it.
He's like holding something. I don't know
Like
what.
it's
though.
like if you look really close, you can see like the top and opening of the bong.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
do. I bought the Blu-ray for this for Help, and like now I want to watch it on that because like it's like so much clearer than
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
the version you guys got. They like did a whole restoration and everything for the movie.
Because after
Yeah.
George walks in front of him, you can see like the smoke still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he just hit it and he held it, and he's like, you know, like
That's
how
funny,
he's
they try to
smoking in the
sneak that
bathroom,
in.
and you're like, you know, got to blow it out the window so the smell doesn't get
Yeah, that's
anywhere. But
funny.
you know, that's not how it works.
That's crazy. I never noticed that.
I never would have known that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I gotta now I gotta find pull out the Blu-ray again and watch the end
Yeah.
credits.
Wow.
I was gonna say, yeah, I rented this on Apple because I forgot you sent the link, and then I like clicked the link again, and I was like, the restoration is crazy. It looks so nice. It looks brand new. Like it's insane.
Yeah, it does. It's a lot better HD. Yeah, the version I sent you guys is like super rough. So yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, you still get the movie out of it for sure. But yeah, the HD restoration was like worth watching. You get to see like the backgrounds and the colors a lot more, like especially like their house. You know, when they're all like living in their house and they have that one guy like mowing their lawn that's in their house with like those chattering teeth. You know, and just like all those little gags. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, I wanted to mention they're at the piano in their house, you know, playing around and everything. And the sheet music is all Superman comics. So it's like the Beatles and Superman comics. So it's like two of my favorite things in like one frame. You know? So yeah, I do like that a lot. And that's another Superman tie-in. And Dick Lester ends up directing Superman. I don't it's just kind of funny how that kind of happenstance. So, Jerry, you would recommend this over Hard Day's Night to like a layman or like?
I would recommend this over A Hard Day's Night just because this is a fun movie. Like if you ask me between the two, this is the more fun one. Like
yeah, I would agree
you
with
can
that.
tell like they had more fun filming it, just doing everything. And it's not that I think the first one isn't as enjoyable as this one, but this definitely took me to a place of, you know what? These are just four bros in a movie, and they're just going with it.
Yeah.
It's literally like watching, I guess, like an indie college film that was shot, you know, like really good. Like somebody, you know, obviously it took time, like, okay, I want this shot to really look like this. But during this shot, I want you guys to do the opposite, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like,
Because
I almost feel like A Hard Day's Night looks better in a way. Just like the like black and white for some reason, it just like looks more like a straightforward movie than Help in a way. I don't know how they'll really explain it. But.
No, I know what you mean, because it's like the camera work and shots in A Hard Day's Night, those were really crisp and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like we said with this one, it's more kind of that Monty Python style.
Yeah, it's just gonna go on the fly more. So it seems like, yeah.
And even with some of the scenes in this, like how I said for when they're in the Alps, the cult leader, he skis down, he actually sticks the landing, and they give him the first place medal.
Oh yeah, that was great. And it was like the Olympics
shot.
too. It was the Winter Olympics too in that scene.
Oh yeah,
like, that was. I watched that and I was like, man, that's crazy to see, because the Olympics, Winter Olympics, just ended yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they just ended this past week.
So I was like, man, that's really weird because I also watched a little bit of a clip for the ski event, and I was like, that's pretty good,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. But this is, I think, it's as far as enjoyment, you could put this on in like a room full of 40-year-olds, and somebody's gonna, be laughing on the floor.
yeah, I would agree with that too.
I'm not saying you couldn't with a hard day's night, but this is definitely like, yeah, like we're all just hanging out. We just got this kind of movie playing in the background. If somebody sits and watches it, it's cool. As opposed to a hard day's night, you want to sit down and actually like watch and digest and, just try to enjoy the film like that. This is like a party movie, I guess is what I
Yeah.
really wanted to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Speaking of it, like I remember showing this to my friends in like high school, and we're doing it was like July or something, so we did like half Christmas, where we literally like went to a Christmas tree farm, took a tree, and then like decorated it, and then gave each other like dollar store presents that were like wrapped, and then this is the movie we watched like that night. So like that's like one of my core memories of this movie. It's just like that stupid time in high school doing half Christmas, and obviously there's beer and marijuana involved. So it was like the
Yeah,
perfect
you see what I mean? Like
mindset
this is
to watch. Yeah,
it's a
Yeah.
party movie. Like you put this on to laugh at how crazy
yeah,
it gets. Cause it doesn't like the when I first was watching this, I'm like, it can't get any crazier. Oh, it did. Surely after the lion, it's not getting any crazy. Wrong again.
yeah. I if I was gonna say like what's technically the better movie, I would say A Hard Day's Night is.
Yeah.
Which one I would say is funnier? I would say Help is.
Yeah, because it's both are great for their own reasons and
Yeah.
flavor. Because A Hard Day's Night is like, if you wanted to show it to a film, like a fan of
Yeah,
filmography,
I would
I
more
would say A
so
Hard
that.
Day's Night
Yeah, I
because all of that was just cinema excellence.
agree. Mhm.
And Help, not saying that it's bad or, not shot just as good, but I know I would play this around people under the influence.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely that kind of movie. Yeah.
Because the second the tank pulls up, everybody's like, where the did they get a tank?
Yeah.
It's it's just all in how much more can we put in before it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I like how it's like yeah, I think both these movies are like the perfect amount of runtime. It doesn't like drag on. It's like,
Yeah, I think if it was even 10 minutes longer, it would have been too much. And
I
I
agree.
wouldn't have had the same level of enjoyment. I wouldn't have reduced it either. Maybe by like a minute or two, no more than 3.
Mhm.
Like that would be the absolute limit. Like, oh well, maybe we could cut out just this small little section of somebody talking or, whatever. Nothing too egregious, like remove a whole scene.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, and I think this I would definitely give a 7 just because, it reminds me so much of Monty Python. It reminds me of like old Looney Tunes. No, even some of like the old Charlie Chaplin kind of gags that you see just kind of revised. Well, not revised, but like done a similar gag done in a different fashion. And even just how chaotic everything was for Ringo, knowing like, yeah, you are gonna be the sole center of this movie, and you just kind of got to deal with it. But it was a very fun movie. This was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I feel like they like the director knew like Ringo was like the strongest actor because he's kind of like the almost the center of both the movies in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
I'd agree. John, yeah. Oh, is
am I
Josh?
gone?
No, Josh is
Josh,
gone.
come back, please.
We're so close.
Like we're right here.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, I was gonna wrap it up and say, yeah, I think, I don't know. I think this movie is, yeah, I was gonna give this a 7 since I gave the other one 6.5. I think probably over time it shifts. I think I'd like this one less and the other one more, but I think this is just more like uh, just not an easier watch, but it's just so ridiculous that it's like it immediately draws you in. So
I I do agree with that notion. I don't wouldn't say I like this movie less, but like I could see it going that direction for sure.
yeah, you lose the shock value, I'm sure. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to like wait some time before like the next viewing of this movie for sure.
mhm.
Yeah, because it's just so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like A Hard Day's Night it's like more rewatchable than this movie in a way. Like I could see that watching that a little bit more frequently to like pick up all the gags. And in this, like you already know kind of what the gags are, so like I could see it like losing its punch by like how like bizarre it is, you know.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. Excuse me.
Wait, Tony, did you gave it a rating, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did. It
okay.
was a 7, yeah.
Yeah, I probably just give this an 8 as well because I really enjoy this movie. But like I said before, I think technically A Hard Day's Night is technically a better movie, like put together movie. But enjoy level, I get the same amount of enjoyment out of both of them. I might get a little bit more enjoyment out of Help though. Like it's just so wacky, you know. I just can. It's a little hard to describe.
No, I get it.
So that was the Beatles movies, their live action films besides Magical Mystery Tour. I just want to say before we go with Tony's picks for next episode, Magical Mystery Tour is the only Beatles movie I could not finish because I thought it was really bad. So
I have to look this up.
the music video stuff was fun, like was always great, but the movie I could not get through it. I mean, maybe I'll try it again, but that one was really tough.
Hmm. It's animated, right?
No, that's Yellow Submarine, and that
Yeah, I
movie's
was gonna say
great.
that's Yellow Submarine.
That's a great
I
movie.
know that one.
Yeah, that's a movie. That's a great movie, which I'll probably recommend at some point. Magical Mystery Tour, I don't know. No, that's a really tough watch, to be honest.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, that's funny. I didn't know it was bad.
Yeah.
I
Um.
liked I like them when they're stoners, so I don't know. I love that album, so I'm surprised it's
Okay. Well,
bad.
I'll just. Well, you could watch it before next podcast and let me know how you like the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll save
yeah,
that.
we'll discuss. Yeah.
But anyway, Tony, what are your choices for next
Okay,
podcast?
so here's what we're gonna do. I'm kind of stuck. I've been watching two directors, and I've been trying to get through their filmography. So I'm gonna give you one or two as the option.
Two.
Two.
Okay, you guys got the. Okay, this is not like a fun movie,
Oh
Uh
no.
oh.
but it's supposedly one of the best movies of all time. So we're gonna be watching Magnolia by Paul Thomas Anderson,
Magnolia.
I
Hold
definitely
on.
heard of the movie.
Magnolia?
and then we're gonna just watch a Simpsons movie to make it to round it out because I don't want it to be a bummer.
So Magnolia and the Simpsons movie.
No, a Simpsons episode.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
I thought you said the movie.
We'll pick an emotional episode too because the movie's emotional. We'll do Simpsons season 6 episode 13 and Maggie makes 3.
Oh, yeah, I know that episode. Okay.
Tony, send that before I forget.
Yeah, I will.
Well, if you don't want to
Just the
be,
episode.
yeah,
Okay.
if you don't want to be spoiled for Magnolia and Maggie makes 3, The Simpsons, make sure to watch that before next episode. You okay?
I hit my hand on the table.
I'm glad this episode finally worked. It was like as chaotic as the movies.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was such a wild beginning.
Really, the 2 Tonys was great. We got to get 3 Tonys at some point. It's like amazing. Well, all right. Well, 3, 2, 1. This is Josh sending you off up and away until next BatYard finest episode.
This is Jerry guiding you all with Green Lantern's light.
This is Tony becoming super pals, one episode at a time.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.